I was on my Instagram page, and I had a couple of pictures of me camping, and this guy, Travis, he said, hey, it's one thing for you to, roll around in that camper and do the outdoors, but what about coming out and learning some survival stuff? And it turns out Travis has been guiding people through the wilderness for over 25 years. He teaches survival classes professionally, and several military branches have even reached out to him for his abilities. If anyone can teach me how to survive in case I ever get stranded, it's him. That really piqued my interest because as much time as I spent out in the woods, I do need to learn some survival skills.
If you got stuck out in the woods, do you think you'd make it?
Yeah, I definitely would make it. If I got stuck in the woods for a couple of days, I'll definitely tell you I would make it. Now, I do feel it's important that I should know more than I know. It's gonna be an interesting day at the office, and the office is gonna be in the forest. Here we go. What's happening, Travis?
Steve, nice to meet you.
How are you?
Good.
McLean, nice to meet you.
How you doing, McLean? How you doing? Hey, I was looking forward to meeting you because I spent a lot of time out in the woods, and I could sure learn some survival trips from a guy like you.
All right, well, I have a spot picked up here, and I can show you some really good skills to keep you alive.
We need to get moving then because we're losing daylight. You ready?
Yep, let's go move up the road.
Travis has picked out a spot for us. But to get there, we gotta hike 4 miles in 3 to 4 feet of snow, uphill, both ways. What did I get myself into? Man, this carcass of mine is built for hot weather, not cold weather. We having fun yet?
All right, we're almost there. Back there. How's everybody doing? Yeah?
Fantastic.
All right, so it looks like we've reached our destination. Well, what's the deal with you guys ain't wearing gloves? Your hands ain't cold?
Just years of being outside and this type of stuff.
Dude, I'm a sea-level guy from South Texas, and my hands are freezing right now.
The thing that you gotta watch for is dexterity loss. And if you can't take your thumb and touch your pinky together like that, that means you're getting way too cold, and then that's the time we gotta worry.
On the way here, I was feeling really confident about today, but that was in the comfort of the RV. I'm freezing my ass off now.
So one thing that we want to do, we got to assess the time. Time is a big problem, especially in winter months where we have short days, shorter time to get everything done that we got to. So a priority is going to be before sundown today, we'd like to get your shelter built, trap set up, and then try to get a fire started or at least get our materials ready for us. So what we would start with in this situation in our time constraints is finding a shelter location. We'll look for something that was readily available. It could be a down tree, anything like that that's already half sheltered, and then we just build it up from there. Throw the Mylar over it, throw some snow on it, done deal. Really cut and dry, down and dirty, get it done. So that's what we'll look for.
That sounds good.
All right.
Boy, it's deep. I'm going nowhere fast. Doug, it sounds like I'm... Travis, here's what I'm seeing right here. I'm gonna shake this thing off.
Yep. See, it's still holding nice and shape and everything. Good.
I feel pretty good about what I got.
No, this is looking good. So now what we're gonna be looking for is relatively straight material that's within proximity, So break out a saw, and I'm gonna hand you a couple different tools that you'll probably need throughout this whole practice here.
What if I'm out here and I don't have a saw?
If you don't have a saw, one thing you can do is try to find rocks that have a really sharp edge, and you can use those as a cutting tool. And then, of course, a Mylar blanket. It's gonna be our cover, something you'd have in your kit, and some ropes.
I was racing against time to get my shelter built before I lost feeling in my extremities. Coming down. But once I got going, I got into a groove and forgot about how damn cold I was.
Good selection on location. Great.
All right, we're gonna Mylar.
All right, Mylar it up, and I think you're good.
This Mylar stuff is pretty cool. It's waterproof, windproof, and it's reflective. So it traps about 90% of your body's heat. How it's gonna help with this structure, I don't know. Looks pretty cattywampus to me.
In a down and dirty situation, this would definitely keep you alive. You have a great spot. Obviously, see, here's the wind blowing in, shelter's blocking. Right where you're standing, it'd be an ideal fire location.
All right.
Well, let's start working on fire and gathering the materials. The thing that works really good for a fire starter is old bird nests. Nice and dry up in the tree. Of course, like anything, it's a search. Also, birch bark that's around here. Cool thing about birch bark is it's one of the woods that we can burn green just like we can if it's dead. There's like pretty good material here. It's pretty dry in the center. Now what we gotta do is find something that's dead. Yeah. So what we're trying to do here on this is get to that dry center, and then once we get to that dry center, we'll peel it off little layers at a time. And this is the same principle you'd have to use in a jungle or a wet environment like this. When you need to get a fire, you gotta get to the dry wood. With the little bit of tinder that we have, I think we can make this happen.
Sounds good.
All right. All right, so what we're trying to do here is, of course, we need to get our tinder bundle started. Now, the tinder bundle is what accepts our spark that we're gonna throw at it. And to do that, we're gonna utilize ferrocerium rod. And you don't have to go crazy with it. You can just very slowly put pressure and pull, and it will just shave off small pieces of this. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you scrape into that.
Yep.
And just kind of get a little practice shot with it.
How come it ain't sparking?
A little more pressure, and then lean the knife down, and then do it. Definitely got the ferro rod down good. Believe it or not, that's one of the most frustrating things for people, that rod.
Really?
Yeah. It can be darn frustrating.
There it is.
We can feed it a couple of these smaller pieces and just let them sit there. Once you get a couple pieces burning, add more. Once that starts, add a little bit more.
I don't know about this fire, but at least I'm not naked and afraid. However, I am fully clothed and confident that I'd freeze my ass off.
Well, out here, there are some simple food sources that we can find out here. See this layer that's right here?
Yep.
This is the layer that we want. So what we would do is pull this off and boil this up just like noodles and just eat it. There you go. You see it kind of has a soury taste to it.
That is not very tasty.
No, doesn't taste the best, but it is something to give you some sustenance. If you had no food for a long time and you're munching on something like that over and over again, it will definitely keep you alive.
Tastes like obviously it's better than nothing, but you know, it tasted so damn bad. I'd be out here pretty damn hungry if I was gonna be out here for an extended period of time. We've been out here a couple of hours, learned how to build a shelter, tried to make a fire, learned what I could eat.
Definitely.
If I got lost, how do you think I'd do?
I think you did a really awesome job. Everything you did was what you should do. You know what you need to do. Now it's practice, practice, practice. But I think you could definitely survive. You did exceptionally well.
We've been out here on this mountain all day, and I'm freezing my ass off. Travis said I did a good job, but if I was on Castaway, I don't think even the volleyball would survive. Boy, I tell you what, I think I'd be going hungry for the night. I got the training I need. I just need to put in the reps. Appreciate all the tips.
Absolutely, man. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Anytime, brother.
That's the dexterity test. My dexterity's getting low. We're gonna haul ass out of here. Let's do it. Hey, I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I'm hitting the road to take on any challenge that's brave enough to take on me. I see you laughing over it. I may be retired, but I ain't taking it easy. I'm taking it on.